it out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down 6 months in, I ain't once. Try and tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. See Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
On first down, Lock. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Sometimes I wonder if we're just not looking at Derek Carr and evaluating him the correct way, because this guy's been incredibly reliable. Only 2 missed starts in 6 seasons with the Raiders. His completion percentage topped 70% last year. The only one higher, Drew Brees in New Orleans. The problem, though, it hasn't translated into wins. They move the ball up and down the field, but they don't score enough touchdowns. Derek Carr hoping to remedy that in 2020.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Carr now on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
10 at the 26-yard.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Melvin Gordon, the ball carrier.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball carrier.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Corey Littleton, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, the return is Bowden. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit and put some points on the board on this one.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And finally out of bounds all the way down to about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
First and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. No escape for Lock, and he'll go down. Carl Nassib in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move them into a 3rd and 13 here.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Lock and Sutton on the connection there for a Denver first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lock. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Fights through, and now a crease. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And the slant completes to Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. There will be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From just shy of midfield, Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Bowden now to return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On second down, Jacobs. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Carr now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed out right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to go incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Block working out of the gun. Have got him. Max Crosby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good.
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Corey Middleton make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something to game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because you guys wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. From midfield, here's Carr, escaping the pressure right. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Jacobs. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
One more time with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there.
Josh Jacobs.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
No gain.
So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Yeah, he's got it. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop. Oh, he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preach, it's coach, it's thought about.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They run it with Jacobs. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Carr's pass.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. Decision to go for it. Does his boy sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
And 8.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Anunwa's got it. Complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Quincy Enunwa. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
McManus now for the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important 3rd-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. So he got free at one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
The 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 44, Carr. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Got his connection, complete to Ruggs. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the Broncos' 30.
To throw, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. No yardage to to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
No gain.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders, and it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
On 2nd and 2, Carr, a snap over by Ruggs. And they work this near the 5, having stopped at the 6. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Intended for Josh Jacobs.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd and goal, Carr, and it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it.
25-yard.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's Locke. Got an open man. It's a new one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of
16 yards, a first down.
First down, Broncos.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Clock now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Quincy Enunwa. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From midfield, here's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
The 2nd down pass.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And the Broncos first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. From the gun, it's Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Tanner Muse. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on second and long. Lock under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tanner Muse make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So third and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. From the gun, Locke. The pressure gets to him again. Corey Littleton in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Locked to throw for it on fourth. And no, it's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Josh Jacobs.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's good.
Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Carter completes it, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carter. This is caught. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
1st and goal.
They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st down, Locke on the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Intercepted.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
The one thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. Second down.
On the coverage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. One that's intercepted. It's Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ballgame. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Hold it at the 24. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Carr going to look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And once more to Ruggs. This time the catch made. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the 48-yard line.
Again, it's Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
That's another Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Carr now on 1st down. Picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Carl trying again on 2nd down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He couldn't hook up with a new one that time, and now it's third down. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Cortland Sutton. Incomplete.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll have another home.
Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear them when the crowd screams, still balling. For all the ones that doubted me, gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hundreds with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been this one was only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought, yeah.
take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove.